today we're going to be scanning film negatives with a DSLR. And there's 3 things that you're going to need for this. 4 things if you don't have a DSLR. 3 things beyond that are you're going to need a light table. This just plugs in via USB and gives off some nice neutral light. It was about 20 bucks on Amazon. And you don't necessarily need this, but a film holder. If your negatives are nice and flat, you probably won't need this, so don't count that as one of the 3. And more importantly, you're gonna need a macro lens. I actually don't have a macro lens, so what I did was I bought a extension tube for my Canon lenses. Got this used for about 50 bucks. And basically it just goes on the back of any Canon lens and it basically turns it into a macro lens, allowing you to focus super, super close. And we're also just going to be using Negative Lab Pro, which is a Lightroom plugin that turns your negatives into positives. So let's try doing it. So all we need to do here is, it's pretty simple. We just need to take a picture of our negative on the light table. So just set your negative in place and frame up your shot. Try and get it in focus, and that's it, that's all. My settings for this were f5.6, shutter speed 100, so I had to be a little still, and ISO 400. Alright, so all we're gonna do here is import our photo into Lightroom. First step here is we're just gonna crop this into, take out all the excess stuff here, so we'll have to go into a custom crop. Custom. Okay, what is it? Oh, here, hold on. Unlock. Custom. Unlock. There we go, okay. Undo. And then we're just gonna get all the excess stuff out of there. And then this is what we're left with. And already before, you know, there's a little bit of dust and stuff like that, but already it's looking pretty darn sharp before we convert that over. So now all that's left to do is go to the Negative Lab Pro plugin, and we are going to say it's from a digital camera. We'll do a Noritsu scan, default, and convert, and we'll see how it looks. Wow. That is pretty fun. Right off the bat, I think that looks awesome. There's obviously some dust and stuff like that I have to clean up, but wow. Detail-wise, so far anyways, it's looking really, really nice. And then so you have a bunch of options here that I haven't really played around with yet, but all the thing that's cool about Negative Lab Pro is it gives you all these options after you've converted the negatives. So you can, you know, do a linear tone. For this one, I think probably like a soft highlight might be best. Yeah, I think that's probably what I personally would want. I might just brighten that up a smidge. Those are probably going to stay around where they were. And the rest, also sharpen, you can do like a lab sharpening, which I feel like is what I would want for something like this. So we'll just apply that. Done. And yeah, wow. I have to say I'm pretty impressed by that so far. I'm just going to crop in just a little tighter to get rid of that excess stuff there. That is pretty sweet. Huh. Really, really, really cool. And then from here you can kind of play around with it as much as you want. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot to this personally. I kind of just like the way it looks right out of the conversion there. The only thing I would do is just clean up some of the dust marks and stuff like that, but there aren't too many. One thing I do find with the Epson V600 actually is that I get a lot of dust on the scans, way worse than this. So that's not an issue for me. Obviously you can just take the Oh, something that's interesting here is everything is doing the opposite of, I'm just noticing that, but everything is kind of doing the opposite of what it would typically be doing, I guess because the image is converted, so it's in opposite land. So for example, like there, I just increased the exposure, but it's darkening it, so just want to do the opposite there if you do want to play around with it. But yeah, man, the detail, I'm into it. Sweet. So that's that. That's scanning negatives with a DSLR, and definitely a cool option, and one I think I might, based off of doing one photo, I think I might use as my primary way of scanning from here on out, because like I said, I'm kind of just over the Epson V600. So also too, if you're just getting into it and maybe you already have a macro lens, especially if you already have a macro lens, all you really need is a light table and Negative Lab Pro, and you're set. Cheaper than getting a V600 anyways. So yeah, thanks for watching.